Welcome to Crafty Polyglot, the monthly podcast where language meets creativity. Each month, we sit down with leading voices and innovators in language education, from renowned educators to pioneers shaping the future of multilingual learning. Together, we explore the art, the science, and the passion behind mastering languages, uncovering the strategies and stories that inspire learners and educators around the globe. Whether you're a teacher, a student, or simply a language enthusiast, Crafty Polyglot is your gateway to fresh insights, practical tips, and meaningful conversations that celebrate the vibrant world of languages. Join us on this journey, because in every language, there's a new world to discover.
Hello. Today, I am welcoming Jamise Hardy, mother of 5 students who are enrolled in the Language Immersion program. Welcome to the Crafty Polyglot, Jamise.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
So we were just talking about how long you have been an immersion parent. So why don't you just tell us that again, when your first child started and when the twins were finished?
My first child started in 2005 in the German Immersion program, and my youngest 2 finished in 2025 in the 8th grade. So 20 years, and I cannot believe it. 20 years. But yes, it's been 20 years.
Well, that is a long time to be involved in language immersion. And you were also an involved language immersion parent. What motivated you to make such an investment in learning a second language for your children?
If I could just put it simply, the word would be opportunity. Learning another language presented opportunity, and I was like all for it. It opens doors. As you know, Charlotte is like the international city. So just thinking about the opportunity that lies right here at home, and they could go abroad if they wanted to, get jobs, just being global citizens. I mean, it just offered so many pathways. I was all for it.
Did you have specific goals or expectations for the program or for your children? Since 3 of your children were in German immersion and 2 were in Chinese immersion.
Yeah, it was when I first started out learning about the immersion program, German was the one that was established. Like it was the first one, because my mom worked in the school system and she worked at the very school who had that program. And it was the one that was just so established. So I felt very confident in putting my oldest in German to start. 2 of his siblings then joining them, because it's like once one child learns the language,
Right,
they can help the other ones along. And so that's why 3 of my children ended up in the German immersion program. I had a little break, and then when my twins came along, looking back at the whole immersion experience, I realized that the German program didn't offer English until like the 3rd grade.
right.
And so at home, I became like an English tutor almost, just making sure that even though they were getting their German, they were also getting a little bit of English at home. So I was like, what can I do to make this a little simpler? So I did my research. Chinese, Japanese, they get English right away. Starting in a kindergarten, I thought, this is great. So with my twin boys, I put them in the Chinese immersion program. They got English right away. And it was an amazing thing to see. My goals and expectations were simple: that they grasp the language, learn it, have open communication with the teachers and staff, which of course, you were the principal, you were on it. Great principal that they could look up to, and the staff was great. I worked with the staff. So all of my goals and expectations were met easily.
How, other than the twins received English starting in kindergarten, what other differences did you see in between the German immersion and the Chinese immersion?
The Chinese immersion seemed to be a little more strict. You had to have a more discipline in the Chinese immersion program, because you were learning characters and opinions and all of these different things. So it allowed my children, the boys, to be a little more strict. As the German program, you had a little more openness about it. And both things worked. It wasn't like either one was bad or good. It was just very different. And I love both of them.
So how would you say that being educated in a language immersion program supported your children academically, socially, and emotionally?
Oh, my goodness. I'll give you one example of academic.
Okay.
My youngest daughter, Anaya, was in German immersion program, as you know, all the way up until high school. And then she went out of Northwest School of the Arts and into a middle college program, where she was able to get just a college-based German class as well. Even though she already knew the language, it's just like a refresher course, if you will, right? So once she graduated, she had the North Carolina endorsement, language endorsement, as you know. And then before she graduated, she was taking college courses as well, 12th grade. She was able to take the CLEP test out of German.
Wow.
Gave her 12 credits.
Okay.
She graduated with an associate's degree.
That's amazing.
All because she knew German. I mean, it's just as simple as that. She was able to get enough credits to graduate 12th grade with an associate's degree. Not only that, when she got to Queen's University, she already had enough credits if she wanted to study abroad, which will open internships in Germany. And it just goes on and on. Like, it never leaves you. You're always opening a new door. And so even with that small thing that happened to her, which is not really small, but just learning the language was enough for her to go far. Just like that, just from learning German up until now. So, and for socially, I would say, taking my boys out to a Chinese restaurant, even getting them used to speaking to adults, having confidence, it helped them so much. And whenever they would speak Chinese, they were so impressed that these young boys knew Chinese. And they would tell us, oh my, what is this? How do they know our language so well? I'm like, they're in an Immersion program. And they're just floored at how much of the Chinese that they know and how well they speak it. And it gave them the confidence that they need to be a little more social with adults. So, I mean, all the way, there's no downside.
Right.
There's no downside to it. So,
well, that's good. That's great. And, your children have flourished and they did well. And not only were they in the language immersion, but they also were in the arts.
They were.
Because your boys are phenomenal brass players.
They are. All three of them.
Yes.
Starting from the oldest.
From Justin.
And you think, because I know the language immersion, they delay band for a year. And it had no effect. Because as you know, when you're learning those language, those neural pathways and the cognitive functioning, everything that they do here is so much better because it's opened up so much for them. So when they got into the instruments and everything, it was just, they picked it up so fast just because they knew a second language. It just came second nature to them. So when you're learning that language, it opens so many doors. Like I said, it's amazing. It is amazing. Yes.
Great. So what strategies or suggestions would you share with parents whose child are interested in enrolling their child in a second language?
I would say research. Research first. See what language would get your child further in life. Any second language would. But if you want your child to stay in Charlotte, maybe look at the businesses that they have here. If you wanted them to study abroad, see what's out there. What are their interests lie? You want to be able to engage with your child. Let them decide too. Have them have some decision-making processes with it as well. And that main strategy is what helped me, just doing some research, making sure that you understand that when these children enter the program, you're scared at first, like, oh no, they're going to have homework. You're not going to know. These children come home already knowing what to do.
Right.
They have this language sitting on the table and you're looking at it and they already know. The teachers are awesome. They already know what to do. So the only strategy I would have is research, realize that this is a commitment. This is a commitment, just like any child going to school. But when you're in a language immersion program, this is a solid commitment and you have to be dedicated, on a strategic side. But that's all I would say.
Great. Do you have anything else you would like to add about language immersion?
Yes, there is no downside to your child learning a new language.
Yes.
It's no downside. It gives them so many opportunities. My son went to Germany. He's coming back. He's home now, and he's going to be helping teach German to children. So there's no downside to this whatsoever. It's just opportunity, knowledge, global citizenship, name it. It's a great program.
Great. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you coming all the way down south here to participate in the Crafty Polyglot podcast. And thank you for your support of language immersion.
And thank you for having me.
You're very welcome.